I done put 20 up under the seat. You did. Hey. I done put 20 inside the seat. I pull up on you and I pop at your key. I pull up your block and I pop at your beat. I hopped out the coupe and no presents a bitch. Since I was a youngin', I've been getting the door. I came out back in and I turned up the show. I want her to say it again, yeah. I put the V-net on my chin, yeah. I dig everything that you're saying. I dig everything that you're doing too. I did the way that you look at me. You did the way that I look at you. I just wanna grab on your butt, but the seat in the Benz a Chanel clutch. The F in to give him a haircut. I roll up a salmon the John Dutch. That yeah, my baby will look like a pole. I sit on clouds of the smoke. I'ma blow clouds of the smoke. Pardon me, pardon my soul. I crack a smile for the fold. Hey, niggas they eating in broad day. In that whole mouth like a Colgate. Yeah, keep it up.
So, as you can see, welcome to the world of running. So, here's the thing. You could be a normal person because you're in England and it's cold. You could be a person that, wears warm clothes because you're in England and it's cold. You could be the person that decides to, not wear sleeveless vest and the shortest shorts possible made to man from Gymshark and the coolest, most unique, limited edition, gilet with the hood from Nike, right? You could be that guy. Or you could be the normal guy because you're in England and it's cold. You could be the normal guy that wears a jacket or a puffer jacket or something warm and runs because you're in England and it's cold. But hey, you could be me. Arms out, they're propelling you through the winds of life. You're using all the velocity to run, your dreams are raging through your mind as you pierce through the wind. That is the adversities of life. You could be that guy. Comes with a cost though, because your fingers freeze, right? I didn't realize this, but I remembered now the amount of, pain you feel. You want to feel a real level of pain where nothing else matters. Get your hands nice and cold in a tundra, really minus weather, something that's pretty cold. Be careful though. This is not me telling you to do crazy stuff. I'm just telling you, if you've ever been skiing or something, you know the feeling. And your hands now are cold. Cool. They feel like they're freezing off. You feel like they can fall off. Cool. You get inside and now you're okay, fine. I want my hands to heat up, right? I want them to get warm. You think that's gonna help. My friend, it just means that the blood is going to shoot through the capillaries of your fingers and your whole, all your levels of your body that are cold. And when they start to shoot through and pierce through and force themselves back into your, into the vessels, because there's no more blood, because it's cold, that's when the real story starts, because that's when it gets painful. That's when it's it's now it's almost I don't know, it's a squeezing, piercing, multiple needles in your fingers. Once you're finished, now I'm cool. But in the moment, you won't want to talk to anyone. You won't want to do none. If anyone ever tries to talk to you or communicate when your fingers are freezing cold, yeah, it's like a dog in a corner. You don't want to see it. But anyways, mornings we don't really speak that much. It's just a normal thing. Get used to it. If you're here, welcome. My name is Majaji Musariri. Majaji Tapio said Keith Musariri, also known as Majstroke in my younger days. I think I'm still in Majstroke now, but we're just here. In the mornings we don't speak because it's a tradition, sacred tradition from boarding school where you wake up and you don't speak because it's a good communication with God. When you don't speak, they say silence is the best language because silence is next to godliness. Because they say the moment you speak is the moment you miscommunicate. They say that silence is the language of God. Anything else is just a miscommunication. Because the moment you speak, you could fall into sin. That's the idea behind it. Even the Bible says that rather you just go you than say anything. Because the moment you speak, you could fall into sin easily. Especially when you're angry, upset, sad. Just keep quiet. That's the best trick you can have. Just keep quiet. Even my mentor, David Serrano, says that a lot of times you want to talk.
Anyways, the morning structure it's a bit open. You know, we love an open morning, right? I've learned that over time in my life, rigid structure, I've done it for like 4 years. You have to have some openness to it. You know, you have to have discipline, like certain activities you do every single day. Like for me, take a look at this. This is a stack of books. This is bread, bro. This is gorgeous. This is what I'm talking about. You know, like if you're thinking about like this is life, bro. This is money, bro. This is a gorgeous amount. I remember last year I read 112 books, spent over like $1,000 plus, even two, on books. You gotta, cause books are amazing, bro. Knowledge. I've written 4 books. Link in the bio. You know, you wanna advance your life. I read 112 books, put them inside some books, 4 books. So imagine how compressed those books are. It's everything I've learned. And, you know, you gotta try them out. You know, I've got 4 of them. I'll put them in the description. You gotta have a read, man. You gotta have a read and learn because, wow, reading is power. When you read, you learn so much more than you actually know. Hello, greetings. We're getting a bit more personal now here with the POV first person perspective. Environment is everything, guys. Make sure that you're hanging around really good people. Make sure that you're a good person yourself. Be able to jump into an illusion without losing sight of the bigger illusion that can engulf you. There's a bit of a trippy one for you to think about. Imagine you have a whole life, and in this life, everything's peachy, and you make sure everything's peachy and make sure you only are surrounded by peachy people. But remember that there is also another side of the reality, you know, like a dark side. You know how Sonic has his other black guy who's like almost like his evil side. And everyone always has like an alternate reality. And you have to remember sometimes that could be yourself. What do I mean by that? I mean, be the best person possible. And I say this from both perspectives and sides of the story. Being a great person and saying I've been on the other side of being not a good person. You know, you have to be able to balance and say, okay, fine. What situations have I been the people's people? What situations have I not? You know, that's very inclusive. It's very important because sometimes we think, oh, we have to, our environment is, make sure you're not including bad people, you know, but you start to think of yourself and you say, hey, Mr., Mrs., what have you done? What are you doing? You know, a lot of people have helped me in that space recently say, okay, cool. You want this, say this, do this. How about yourself? Really sometimes have self-accountability because it's the biggest thing. It helps you a lot. I'm trying to see my arm is my arm getting tired? No. It's increasing blood. You know, blood is going to my shoulder. So my shoulder is becoming stronger. That's what I want to say. Make sure that your whole persona is a bit balanced. You know, I'm not saying that I'm the person that decides it, but from what I've experienced from the books I've read, 112, wow, I'm really being that guy, right? I've read 112 books. I'm really that guy. Hate me, love me. It's cool. But yeah, 4 books I've written speaks more about this. Your environment is important, but make sure that your environment includes you. You could say, I want it to be like this and dream about it like this, but you're the gardener, man. Like, you're the one that's planting certain crops and you're like, yeah, and certain plants. But it's you. You're the center of the garden. So, hey, you can't look around the garden and be like, hey, this garden's a bit messed up. But, hey, man, who's the one that's running the garden? Crazy stuff. Have a good day. Stay hard. Stay working harder. And just stay pushing. Stay powerful. Read some books. 4 books in the bio. Make sure you get it done. Peace. Hey, hold up. The old Majstroke used to be what Nine also say, Lego. I was one crazy kid.